Trump knows this. All right. The one thing he has is kind of primitive survival instinct. And he knows he's in trouble. And, when you have health issues, they tend to crop up and you can hide them for so long. And now his whole hands and everything is nothing but makeup, so you can't see all of the splotches. And of course, we've been treated it and trying to hide his ankles.
Okay, here's Queen Elizabeth II's hand a few days before she died. And you can see the close up, and it has a bruise. And this is, she's up walking around, and a few days later, she's dead.
Fresh photographs of US President Donald Trump with a dark bruise on his right hand have gone viral, fueling renewed speculation about his health. After months of attempting to cover a large dark bruise on his right hand with makeup, the president was seen throughout his various White House engagements on August 25th, with the bruise unconcealed.
The physical evidence appears to point to a severe and undeniable health crisis. But the most alarming aspect may be the calculated effort to conceal it. This isn't just about a man's health, it's about a systematic cover-up by those closest to him, a group fully aware of his condition and yet committed to maintaining a public facade for their own political ends.
Yesterday, he put on 3 press conferences in the Oval. And I think, you guys, this is what I think is happening. He is so demented that he's like, let's do a press conference. And so they call the press pool and they get them all together, and everybody goes, sits down, and he talks about people leaving their garage doors open in Beverly Hills, people keeping their trunks open in Beverly Hills because people are just like, you're going to take it anyway, just come take all my stuff. All of this is lies. He lies nonstop. The press doesn't cover it. And so they just keep running in to cover all of these lies. And here's what comes out of this. So Philip Wegman says Trump is calling the press pool into the Oval Office for a 3rd time today. Never seen this before. Kara Lyon, KKK Levitt, says President Trump is the most transparent and accessible president in American history. They're having to cover up for him, because I don't think he remembers that he did the first press conference. And I don't think he remembers that he did the second press conference. And I don't think he remembers that he did the 3rd press conference, because that's how advanced the dementia is.
The White House has avoided explaining this directly, instead framing it as part of the president's outreach to the public. Officials describe Trump as a man of the people who shakes hands with thousands of citizens, leaving his skin more prone to irritation. Concerns about Trump's health escalated last month after photos of his legs at a soccer match showed swelling and discoloration. The White House later revealed a diagnosis of chronic venous insufficiency, a condition that disrupts circulation in the legs. Doctors reportedly explained that the disorder occurs when valves in the veins weaken, allowing blood to pool and pressure to build.
This is a well-known and benign side effect of aspirin therapy. And the president remains in excellent health, which I think all of you witness on a daily basis here.
Look at his eyes. Look at his hand. Look at how puffy and swollen his eyes are. And this is on top of, when you hear video of him, he sounds like he has marbles in his mouth, and he has no idea what on earth he is talking about.
Get your reaction, sir. The Israelis bombed a hospital in Gaza that killed 20 people, including 5 journalists.
When did this happen?
This happened overnight, today.
I didn't know that.
Any reaction to
What?
this? Are you
Well,
going
I'm
to
not
talk to
happy
the Prime
about it.
Minister?
I don't want to see it. At the same time, we have to end that whole nightmare. I'm the one that got the hostages out. I got them out. All of them. Steve
Okay.
Witkoff is...
He had no idea that this happened. Number one, the press just informed him of it. It's his fucking job to know about this shit, because we probably paid for the bombs that did that. And
He
then
does
just
not
sits there-
have any idea of what's getting ready to happen to him in Virginia, and to some extent too in New Jersey. They're not telling him anything. There's no value in leveling with this president and telling him the truth. All he wants is a bunch of sycophants around him to agree with everything he does and tell him everything that he wants to hear.
I have 2 questions about this. I could go either way. They told him and he's completely forgotten about it, and or They haven't told him because they know he's incapable of making any decisions, and they just make the decision. Both scenarios are profoundly disturbing.
His polling numbers are deteriorating. And you could go look at any firm you want, pick out the better polls. You can see it over a period of time. They're not going to stop deteriorating. The economic numbers, all right, who's an economic forecaster? Very few of us, but I don't think anybody sees very much good news coming in the American economy in the next couple of years. Might not, hopefully it won't be as bad as some people think, but it's not going to be very good. There's no evidence that they're getting anything done on inflation.
Historic summit here with Ukrainian President Zelensky, European leaders all met here with you at the White House. You said you wanted to get this done bilateral as soon as possible. Have you spoken to Putin since last Monday?
Yeah, I have.
What is your conversation? Or can you share?
Every conversation I have with him is a good conversation, and then unfortunately a bomb is loaded up into Kiev or someplace, and then I get very angry about it. I think we're going to get the war done. It's tough. I thought that would be, of the 7 that I settled, I thought that would be the easiest of the group. See, you never know what's going to happen.
Okay, here's the problem with this, you guys. I'm not only lying about, solving all these wars. He's incapable of deducing that Putin is manipulating him, despite CIA and massive military intelligence that has done psychological profiles that Putin is a former KGB agent. He is a dictator. He is a war criminal. He is absolutely going to know how to play you. But he says with a straight face, I don't get it. I'm talking to him on the phone and he's super nice and we get along great. And then the next thing I know, he's bombing Kyiv. And the fact that nobody around him or that he doesn't realize that we are getting played by Russia because he's so stupid and because he falls prey to superficial flattery so easily tells me that the people behind the scenes running this government, because it's not this guy.
No.
Not this guy with that hand, with those kinks, with those bloodshot eyes, talking about people leaving the garage doors open in Beverly Hills and claiming that he released all of the hostages that Hamas has. He just said that. Nobody's checking that. And he thinks Putin's his friend. This is just an absolute catastrophic nightmare.
This isn't just about a man's health. It's about the security of a nation. When a leader's physical and mental state is called into question, it raises the ultimate question of his fitness to lead on the world stage. How can a nation be secure when its leader is a man who is being covered up by those around him and who struggles to comprehend the motives of a global adversary? The clips you've seen paint a portrait of a leader in decline, and in a world filled with enemies and allies alike, that decline is a threat to us all.